Today we're going to talk about how to look at least 10 years younger, okay? So I'm 54 years old, going on 29, and my wife is 55, and I'm going to tell you our secret. But if I tell you this, you have to promise not to tell anyone, okay? You're going to have to sign off on the comment below and say you won't tell anyone this. It's just between you and me in the four walls. And I'm just being totally kidding around, because this is really, it's not really a secret. It's just very basic common sense. Because if you think about it, if you want really youthful skin, what is skin made out of? Fat and protein, okay? Is it made out of unsaturated fats? No, it's made out of saturated fats. So take a wild guess what you should be eating more of. That's right, cholesterol and saturated fats. The exact things that they tell you not to eat. I mean, think about it. If you go on a low-fat diet, you start getting old really fast. So if you want aging skin, just starve yourself of fats, okay, especially saturated fats. All right, now what does cholesterol and saturated fats do for you? Well, there's three things. 50% of your cell membranes are made out of cholesterol, okay, because we need cholesterol. Our body makes it, and we need it from our diet. It also helps you make bile to help you digest the fat that you're eating, especially to extract the fat-soluble vitamins out of that fat. Also, the cholesterol is needed to make hormones, because as you know, as you get older, you lose your hormones, you look older, right? So we want to make sure the food, the precursors, the raw material for your hormones are there. Very, very important. Now, out of all the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A is the most important anti-aging fat-soluble vitamin for your skin, okay? The epidermis and the dermis, the different layers of the skin, are controlled by vitamin A. And if you have enough vitamin A, your skin will be soft and firm, and it won't be so dry, because vitamin A deficiency, it creates dry skin, scaly skin. It's called actually cornification, which is really rough skin. You get acne. I don't know if you knew this, but the genes that make collagen need vitamin A. So vitamin A triggers the production of collagen. Now, where do you get vitamin A? Well, you can get it from leafy greens, right? But the beta carotene in the leafy greens, including kale and spinach and other greens, is a precursor. It's not the retinol, the active form of vitamin A. It has to be converted into the active form. So it's important to consume these things, these antioxidants, these phytonutrients. But if you're doing high amounts of beta carotene without enough of these active forms, your skin is not going to look as youthful. You really need the active form of vitamin A. So guess where you get vitamin A? Egg yolks, okay? Cod liver oil, butter, salmon, fish, goat's cheese. Make sure that the cod liver oil you get is virgin cod liver oil. It's just a higher quality. Make sure the eggs that you consume are pasture-raised organic. Very important. The next important vitamin would be vitamin E. Okay, vitamin E protects the skin against aging, against sunburns, against oxidizing. Okay, it will prevent wrinkles too. It actually is anti-scarring, and it supports your pituitary hormones, okay? So it's another key nutrient to help as a building block, especially if you're going through menopause. As you get older, your ovaries go in hibernation, they go in retirement, they don't work anymore. So that means you don't need as many sex hormones. So the pituitary doesn't output as many hormones, and the vitamin E starts dropping down. You need vitamin E for those sex hormones, so it's very, very important to have vitamin E. Where do you get vitamin E? Well, you get it from palm oil, eco-friendly, of course, especially the red palm oil, leafy greens. You can get it from wheat germ oil. I don't like that source, but you can. Olive oil, seeds, and nuts. And a lot of the other foods that I mentioned, vitamin A, also have vitamin E. Now, the other thing on the flip side that you need to focus on is what to avoid. Okay, the number one thing to avoid to prevent aging skin is AGEs. Just so happens it stands for age. This stands for advanced glycation end products. Now, what is that? Basically, when you combine protein with sugar or protein with fat, like in a deep fried donut or French fries Or if you're taking protein like barbecued ribs and you're actually combining all that sugar with the protein, you create these sticky proteins. And the protein starts getting sticky and it starts clogging everything up in the eye, in the artery, in your glands. But it's going to make your skin look very, very old, very, very fast. Smoking is going to age the skin. And of course, smoking actually causes these advanced glycation end products as well. Stress, we want to avoid cortisol. Cortisol in high amounts ages the skin. So definitely avoid these things right here. And of course, sugar, avoid sugar and refined carbohydrates simply because that's going to oxidize and age things very, very fast. So this is just one more reason that the healthy ketogenic diet is important. If we also add intermittent fasting to this, we can accelerate it even more because we get repair actions. And when you're doing intermittent fasting, you go through autophagy, which kind of cleans out these damaged proteins that are unusable now. So you can clean up the old stuff with intermittent fasting, and with healthy keto, add enough saturated fats to provide these nutrients and other nutrients to start looking younger. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.